Hello and welcome to the Separate Sciences Guided Choices 2021. My name is Mr. Trainer and I'm here to guide you through some of the essential facts and figures when choosing the separate sciences as an option. Now, as the name suggests, the separate sciences are broken into three separate GCSEs: biology, chemistry and physics. As such, you will be taught as a student by three separate specialist teachers. Now, they do come as a whole package. You can't just elect to do one, you have to do all three. And there will, as a result of being three separate GCSEs, naturally be more work involved in the completion of all three courses. Now, within the curriculum in science, there'll be plenty of opportunities for practical work, scientific writing, scientific research, presentation of scientific ideas, application of scientific ideas, and development of scientific thinking. And all of these can be quite readily availed at the AQA specification website for each of the three courses, specifically the section entitled Working Scientifically. There are a number of things you'll study in each course. For biology, it goes from cell biology all the way down to ecology, chemistry, starting with the basics of atomic structure, all the way through to the use of resources and the chemistry of our atmosphere. With physics, energy, the fundamental constant of the universe, all the way to space, looking at forces and how they act in space and how stars essentially are born and how they die. Now, there is a lot of content here. Oftentimes, students will think that triple science is harder, that it's better, that only smart people do triple science because it's so hard. Well, in fact, it's not any harder than combined science, the science that everyone has to do. The only considerable difference is that there is more. Okay, so there's more content. That is the only difference. There's no intrinsic extra difficulty. So don't worry and don't let that false idea of it being harder scare you away, because it's not. I promise you that. Now, it's assessed thus. There are two papers for each science, and each one of those papers will be weighted at 50% of the overall GCSE. Now, compared to combined science trilogy that everyone has to do, the separate sciences have a much bigger paper, 100 marks, and the paper lasts for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So they're broken up into what's known as paper 1 and paper 2, and I've put here on the screen for you the various topics which will come up in each of those papers. Now, what can science do for me? That's a question that I hear all the time. Why should I learn about science? Well, you're asking the wrong person, because I think it's the best thing in the world. And what I've put up here are a list of, and may I say, a non-exhaustive list of things that you can do whenever you are a scientist. Now, at the top of each list, I put secondary school teacher, because there is no doubt, in my mind anyway, that is the best job you can ever do in your entire life. However, there are a multitude of other jobs. Some of them cross over. Some of them are quite similar, but there are lots of them. Bearing in mind that when we look at the title of this slide, Future Careers, what we learn in science is in fact training you for the careers of the future, not just careers that we have now that you can, that you can go into. What we're doing is training you for careers that don't even exist yet. Careers in green energy, in conservation, careers in keeping the planet from falling into the jaws of global warming and climate change. So please do make a guided choice. And if you have any other further questions that you'd like to field to me, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you very much for your time.